We delve deeply into psychology and talk about innate and acquired cognitive biases, those things that pervert our otherwise rational assessment of a situation. And there's a whole host of these. The innate ones are ones we're born with, and typically they've evolved over time because they've conferred an evolutionary advantage on us as a species, although when investing and dealing with the capital markets, that's not always the case. In addition, there's a host of acquired cognitive biases, and these are the things that we all pick up through our lifetime that color our thinking. And often they're very helpful, but we also have to be aware of how they can hurt us so we can look for our mistakes. From the field of medicine, where I originally come from, we borrow the concepts of doing a pre-mortem and using checklists. And the importance of a pre-mortem, which is essentially we say, okay, here's the idea, here's the thesis. Now do the thought experiment that it's 3 years from today. The idea was a complete mistake. It was a total failure of an idea. And think about why it's true. And you have to write the news story that shows you why it's true. So in medicine, we do postmortems. When something goes wrong, we try to examine why it went wrong. And we have a whole system for meetings for examining mistakes so that other people can learn from them and hopefully avoid them. The FAA does a terrific job of studying crashes and saying, why did this plane crash? What could have been avoided? And what procedural steps can we put into place to prevent this from happening in the future, to prevent the loss of life? These are very useful concepts. In psychology, one of the things we really try to get across to the students is this idea of frameworks. And we're all constrained by our own viewpoint. As the expression goes, we all see through our own eyes. And it takes some tools and some work to try to break that framework and look at things from a different angle. And we talk about what can be done to do that. It's not perfect, but it roughly works.